I appreciate it.
So what we're going to do, Jay's going to do some performances, and then what we're going to do is break down his process, like how he lays out his samples, and really to kind of educate everyone of how you can kind of adopt this style of beat making by just playing the pads live, but just utilizing loops and breaks and all kinds of things. And it will even intrigue me how you do what you do, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Andy Mack said he wanted to battle after this.
Oh yeah, anyway, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, man, stage is yours. You do your thing.
Probably mute the mic.
Allow me to show you something.
Well, let's give it for JBlack, the master himself. I'm just going to grab a chair. So, where do we start? So when did you start getting into finger drumming? Like, what's your story? Where did it all begin?
It all began because I was a troubled child. It's like, I got myself in a bit of a situation. And I got strict parents, and what they did was they took everything away from me. But one thing they didn't take away from me is I had this Casio keyboard. It was a WK300. I got it from Radio Shack. Shout out Radio Shack. And this keyboard could sample almost like an ASR 10, just like 10 seconds. And what I would do is I would split the keys in half. So I'd have one half percussion and the other half samples. So before I got onto the pad, I was finger drumming on the keyboard. So then I think it was about, I want to say shy of 2010, because I started this back in 2008. And then that's when I got introduced to, David Hayes Fingers. Who else was it? You remember Stro Elliott? Of course, A-Rap Music, the GOAT. And who else was it? Who was the guy? Jeremy Ellis. Jeremy Ellis. He would have two at the same time. So that's when I got introduced to the 16 pad layout. So that was about 2011. And then after that, that's what basically wanted to start honing down and focusing on just the beat pad itself. So ever since then, I just learned how to truncate. So I was always fascinated with producing, but also playing everything live. Like I feel like you'll take me out of a different league if I just start, kick first, snare first. You're gonna beat me at making beats. But what I do live, that pocket, that feel, and I take that quantize off. And Jay Dilla, he don't use it, So that's what really started making a lot of things pop for me. So yeah, but 17 years in the game now.
So just shout out to David Finger Haynes as well. Like I met David here, probably about 15 years ago, and he's like an acoustic finger drummer.
Yeah.
And like completely different styles, but it's a really incredible skill set to be able to do this, especially at this kind of speed as well.
Right.
So how do you approach kind of laying out your samples? Like, is there any particular type of arrangement that you have that work with the finger positioning?
Yeah. So I call it the performance arrangement, and it's also just, I think it's the standard finger drumming arrangement. So if you were to even get, I would even say like the expansion packs, your kicks are always going to be found on pad 1. Snare on pad 2, maybe some type of hi-hat on 3 and 4, some type of percussion there. And then you'll notice that you always have some type of sample chop or some type of melody, at the top 8. So percussion on the bottom 8, melodies there. So there's times where I change it, like depending on whatever type of genre you're in. But this right here is like your basic drum set layout for the MPC.
And do you have like different layouts per bank? So like bank A, you'd have a set that you'll play, then you flip to bank B.
That's how I was doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just use it live. So each one I have. And then so I used to DJ too. Well, I still DJ. And it's like the same thing. So basically making sure everything is around the same pitch and around the same metronome. So if I got this one. So when I switch,
just jump between.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes the process a lot smoother. So of course I have 8 banks to play with, and then if I run out, I switch that program really quick.
So the golden question is, how much time do you spend rehearsing to be able to play like that? If you could count up the hours, how much time have you put into getting to this level?
Definitely over 10,000. I always tell people I got these nasty hand muscles though. Like they pop out my hands. So no, there's definitely a lot of work in it. But now I got a system down to where I know where everything is. I know how I want it to be laid out. So there's really no rehearsing it because typically when you chop samples, everything is gonna be mostly on a one, not all the time. Like this right here is that's not on the one, like that. So it's like 1, 2, you know. But typically, most everything's gonna fall on the one. We're just gonna land with that kicking sample.
One hand.
Yeah.
One hand.
No, that's not. Stop. But yeah, it really is. I can't say it's easy, but it's a simple format once you get it down. And I definitely teach that on fingerdrummingacademy.com. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you guys are also interested, I do this on YouTube. You know, I put this out on YouTube too as well. Just giving you guys different patterns and drum workouts. I think what I want to incorporate now is, like I said, that's the main question. How do I have it set up? Because with a lot of this, when I'm providing you guys the kits, they're already set up. So, you know, just going into the technical math of what I'm looking for when I'm setting up my kit.
So tell us more about the Finger Drum Academy that you've created so people can learn how to do this skill set. So
with the Finger Drumming Academy, so of course I have my free, and then, you know, once you feel like your boy done built some value in you, you can move up to the one-on-one courses. You can take those with me, but also I actually have a course too as well that you can work on at your own time. Same type of thing, provide a kit. Every single thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna provide a kit because I want you to have the same thing I'm having. But it's a one-by-one just walkthrough. I started Finger Drumming Academy back in 2020. And one thing I learned about teaching was teaching is completely different than being good at something and just playing it. I learned that the hard way, you know? I could play this thing all day, but to teach it to somebody and get them to, you know, take in that information is a whole different skill. So I would say I got 5 years in it now, you know, and I can understand, take myself down from the level that I'm at, put myself in the shoes of somebody who's brand new.
And like, you know, to lock the timing in, because I imagine, like, you know, when you're playing so many different type of intricate melodies. How long did it take you to kind of lock the timing involved?
As far as just out the course of my career? Or?
In a sense of like, so I'm not challenging you now.
I feel like you are, man. Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do that. So anyone like who's going to start this, like,
right.
into their career. So
right.
You've got. And these are all muted, yeah? So you can mute each one as you go through.
Get the mute cut off, yeah.
So if I'm someone and I'm just getting into the groove doing this, and you want to try and keep the timing going, how long does something like that take, you think, where you really gel into knowing the tempos?
I would say the biggest thing, and I started doing this now, is the count, keeping count. So when I first started, I wasn't the most, you know, music theory guy in the world. So I was just like, yeah, you just, you know, you put your thumb on pad 1 and just hit it like this and beatbox it. So, but now I learned to count, you know, on the 1, on the 2, on the 3. And it's a harder thing to do while playing and saying it, you know, playing it and saying it at the same time. But once you can master that, it'll be a lot easier because you know that, you know, it's gonna be like a so it's just gonna be like a, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. As long as I'm always on that 1, I'm always gonna be on beat. And if you know music, you're gonna know when that loop is, when it's time to hit it.
So how fast can you go on the hi-hats? How fast can you roll the hi-hats?
I can roll them. Let me see. So I do. There's a different method that I like to do when I'm doing. There's actually a couple methods. I always teach people when you're finger drumming, the lower the better. You know, instead of kind of making this weird thing. I'm getting real technical now, but I'm gonna show you when this thing loads up here. So boom.
We're getting some secrets out of Jay.
Yeah.
Some secrets.
I'm gonna always share them.
You haven't even shared these with me, actually.
Come on, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Don't do that.
Man, come on.
Don't do
Come
that.
on.
Don't do that.
This is a lesson for me.
So that's one technique right there, right? So you just play it on.
Can we slow the cameras down just so we can play that back?
But that's not really I guess if you're trying to make your own rolls, but then after that you can just do like a note repeat. But one way I like to play is having a kick right here on pad 2, having a hi-hat on 6 and 7, and a snare right there, right? So that gives me a different play style run.
Wow, well said. So what's the address where everyone can get hold of you in the sense of the Drum Academy, YouTube, Instagram?
Yeah, start with the
webpage?
YouTube and Instagram, Beats by JBlack, Beats by JBlack on everything. But if you do want to actually get into the one-on-one courses, it's just fingerdrummingacademy.com. It's real simple. But yeah, definitely check out the free lessons first. I definitely encourage you on that. You got free drum packs on there, and you know, I gotta get some testimonies in the room who tried it out, and it's helpful. So definitely try that out first, and then if you feel like you want more out your boy, fingerdrummingacademy.com.
So I'm going to let you do one more performance. I'm going to grill it up. And thanks everyone. Thanks Jay for doing this. Really appreciate it, man. You know, again, this is an example of someone doing so much for the community. Do you know what I mean? It's like we didn't have these resources at all. And having someone like Jay who's so dedicated at doing this. And he says, David Finger Haynes, Arab, Gnarly in the UK as well. We've got so many great finger drummers around the world. And it's just a real skill set because it allows you to really express yourself musically. So thanks, man, and I'll leave the stage to you, yeah?
Workout number 2. Do workout number 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, workout 2?
Workout 2.
See, the thing about some of those, I forget. I got so many.
So many, yeah. It's the one with the jellyfishing. Jellyfishing. The clap and then the open in the corner. That's what the chop sound like. That's all I got.
I'll see if I can find it. Because hopefully I have it on this memory card too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I was looking for.
I might not.
I know you're prepared, right? Like.
I think I'm pulling out lessons today. Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir. Andy Mac, come get some.
Hey, no, I'm telling you, I'm not going to challenge you, dude. No chance. No. One go. One go. One go.
Yeah. We'll start. We'll start. Smoke me.
Thanks, dude. So, Battlecat, you can carry on. And we're going to get set up for the next act in about 15 minutes. Thanks, man. Round of applause for JBlack.